Before the Penticton Scottish Festival, the event was known as the Penticton Highland Games, which ran for over 30 years. Sisters Shannon and Jennifer Mair recount their experiences growing up with the Penticton Highland Games.
When we were kids, for as long as we were kids, there was Highland Games, and you woke up the day of the games and the whole family went down there. We weren't so much into the organizing of it because we were kids, but Mom and Dad, that was their organization that they helped with, and my dad was the chairman / president of the Highland Games, and that was what we did.
We started off as Highland dancers,
yeah.
And then we moved on to the musical instruments. I was a drummer first, she was a piper, and then I moved on to piping.
Yeah. I stayed with piping, I didn't veer off that. It's nice to keep that part of your culture alive, and if we have a small part in it, whether it be playing the bagpipes or any musical instrument, or participating or organizing a Highland Games or Scottish Festival, it's something that you do. My dad was the president / chairman of the Highland Games in Penticton. He was very much in favor of promoting the youth in relation to piping and drumming, Highland dancing, Scottish athletics, but very much wanted the focus to be on the kids rather than the adults, because as in anything, kids are the future of anything.
He played in the pipe band, so he was there to participate that way.
Yeah.
He played the bass drum. So once the Highland Game season started, we were gone just about every weekend somewhere dancing. So yeah.
And then once we hit musical instruments, we were dancing, piping, drumming.
Yeah.
Parents making sure we had everything. A pipe band, or even individual pipers or drummers, it just brings a bit of pomp and circumstance. It just gives it a whole different type of feel when you have that aspect added to an event. I have a program from 1964 for the first annual Penticton Highland Games, a bit before my time, but it was a 2-day event, and the event started in the afternoon, and it had dancing and piping and drumming, bands and Scottish athletics. But yeah, it was actually held in May rather than where our date is now, which is the first weekend of July. We have judges that come from Scotland, Ireland, New Zealand, California, as well as New York State. It's nice to see that in one form or another we've been able to hold an event or host an event at the caliber that we have. And even though it went away for a few years, we brought it back with the help of new volunteers, and it's onward and upward, so to speak. Our 2019 event, which we had a record number of competitors, which was fantastic.
When you're younger, I think it's just the ones you travel the furthest away, because it's something different, somewhere different to go.
Yeah.
So I always enjoyed Portland. Was a good game.
Yes. Yeah. But also too, when a pipe band from New Zealand that came over, it was came to Penticton Highland Games, and it was to see a different people from that far away coming to our event. But well, we were kids back then, but it was just interesting to see the dynamic of that band coming over and how they reacted to a Highland Games over here.
Tom Mair died in 2016, but his passion for the event lives on as the Penticton Scottish Festival created an annual award to honor his spirit of the games.
In memoriam of my dad, through his efforts running a Highland Games and his commitment to pursuing Scottish culture and making it something that the outside public wants to participate in, as well as anyone of Scottish culture. But you don't even have to be Scottish to participate. It's whoever wants to come, you come and you learn something new.